Hello, God bless. Today I'm going to be reading a post from Minnie de la Pera, Seek Heavenly Things. I profess that Jesus Christ is the Son of the living God. He came in the flesh, bled and died on the cross, rose from the third day. He is my Lord and Savior. This was posted on 1/7/2026, Repost As Per Jesus, God's physical calendar, 6/3. God's spiritual calendar, 11/3. God's true Gregorian, 7/25. 6/25/25, part 37. God's physical calendar, 6/2. God's spiritual calendar, 10/2. So, back to the darkness falling for my stubborn hearts. I warn you of these things because I love you so much, my children. And if you find yourself still here for darkness in the end, remember these words. When it turns dark during the day and the sun turns black during the day, go inside, do not wait, or you will not survive. And if you hear voices outside, keep praying to me without ceasing, because they're trying to lure you outside and trick you, even sounding like people that you know. All of this will happen and all is true, but that's not going to happen until the very end, not until I give you all of the chances in the world for you to believe in me and believe that my son Yeshua HaMashiach has finished everything on the cross in 3 days. Is not the physical darkness falling yet. It is only spiritual darkness before that portal opens, because you will see the portal opening, warning everyone before the darkness happens. But in the beginning and throughout all the middle, until we get to the last word, I will turn the dial back and not let it officially open all the way. It is a 3-day warning, warning you before that final portal is open. But I will not let the enemy have his day, because my hand is on the clock, and I will turn the dial back before I allow it to open up all the way. And it won't open until my bride and my elect are gone. But you will see some blackouts in certain areas getting ready for the final show, but it won't be until the full EMP blackout everywhere that happens all over the world, and that's when darkness will fall. No matter what you hear, no matter what you see, no matter how many blackouts there are leading up to the final event, I will pull the plug on the third day and turn the dial back, and that final portal won't be open. The darkness will not fall until the physical rapture has come on the world, but you're going to be seeing before the physical rapture many dial backs, many pre-simulated raptures, because that's how many times I'm going to give my people a chance to wake up and see my truth. I'm going to keep repeating Revelation 4, because this is my open door that is attached to my faith church, which is my Philadelphia church in Revelation. I'm calling people up as they get ready after knowing my true salvation and completing the wineskin process, so they hear my voice supernaturally and also become my new prophets and my new witnesses to wake up my children, and the prophets will start showing up all over the line wearing the supernatural suits and bringing in the documentation of proving the future events that previously happened when I sent them out on missions, because your Father wants to use everyone, and I will soon, as you know the true gospel, and as soon as you complete the wineskin process, that is truly when you are ready to be called up for training, then you will become my next witness working for me, while I being a citizen for me in the kingdom of the New Jerusalem. And after your training, that is when you are sent on your missions, coming back and showing the supernatural and prophesying, waking up all of my children. I am a God of love and a God of grace, and after you see the physical rapture has happened, there's going to be the repenters period, and that is only going to be happening 3 days after the bride and my elect and children are gone. After 3 days, that is when the 10-day trial of darkness starts. You'll know exactly when it starts, because the sun will turn black during the day, and you'll find yourself in darkness before you even get to the highest peak of the day. But again, those are for my repenters, not my bride or the elect, and they will be my wedding guest if they call on me, Yeshua HaMashiach, to save them. It will be my final call until we enter the great tribulation. But even then, because we have so many other worlds to save, because the people of the worlds, we start with the real one, the great tribulation, I will turn the dial back in the process with the pre-simulated rapture until we save all the people in the worlds, or at least try to be based on their own free will. My point is, don't give up until the very last hour. I will keep dialing the clock back. I will keep moving it forward. I will keep showing the supernatural, and I will go until the very last minute, because I already know the last person that is going to wake up before we officially start the great tribulation, that I won't turn back the dial for, even as far as to try to keep waking up the dead to save them as well. Your Father knows the last person that's going to make it, and when that last person calls on me, that is when the great tribulation will start at its full capacity, and I will not turn the dial back any longer. So whatever happens in the great tribulation is what stands. I will have all of my witnesses, who are my 144,000, there helping my people when they are cloaked like angels, protected by me, defeating darkness.
So when I am referring to the physical darkness, I'm talking about darkness falling from the abyss. I'm talking about every single creation that you have seen in scary movies. I'm talking werewolves, vampires, ghouls, and goblins. Every single thing you've seen in the movies all exist because I have created everything in my battle lines in heaven for the battles. And this is why many of you have had dreams about vampires and werewolves, shapeshifters, and different supernatural creatures, because it all exists. But you have to see the fallen line. They had all of my creations, because the archons that fell with my creations, and I have allowed that to happen, except for they were not my true creations, because I didn't have everything in there according to all of my formulas on how I make everything. So they have only received part of my creation, and that's why they were able to mock it, and that is why it was slightly different to my original creation. But I told you I'm also setting up a Trojan horse in the end. So I'm using all of these creations, and I'm using it for my advantage in the end, because I'm going to switch out all of the evil spirits inside them and put good spirits inside them. And that way I will have even more of a huge army in the battle to take down the enemy. I know I am very clever, aren't I? And this is why I've created everything, because I always plan ahead for everything that I do. And you will see that all of these creations, all of that exists, and that will be falling on this earth. It will be a battle between good and evil. And that is why I will give you so many chances before I allow that final portal to be open. I love you, my children. My promises are true, and I have promised my people I would keep them from that hour of trial that is coming on the world in Revelation 3:10. So the elect, the days, it will be shortened for you, and those are the people who have trusted in my Son, Yeshua HaMashiach, to save them from all of their sins. And this is what I mean when I say, for the days that I have shortened for my elect, because I will be removing you to keep you from that trial of darkness, that hour of testing that I have coming on the world. So I won't let that portal get open until the very end, when there's no more time left on my clock. And that is because I know the last person who is going to rise from Sheol, who is going to accept my grace, and who isn't, who is just going to keep denying me and rejecting my truth. That's right. We're not only going to save the people in the earthly realms, we are also going to wake the dead. I'm going to be switching out their spirits, and that is in And that is the dead that you will see rising with the seventh trumpet. Because that seventh trumpet is going to be my voice to wake up the dead, and it is going to be my final call. Because when that seventh trumpet happens, there's only going to be 2 more worlds left. And those 2 worlds you're going to see are going to be the worst of it all. But I'm going to give everyone a fair chance, even the ones that have died before they knew me. I'm giving them multiple chances. I'm even going to use the time travel portals to go back in time to try and save these people as well before I switch out the final people from Sheol in the very end for the ones who did not get a chance to inherit heaven. And also for the ones who did not get a chance to accept my Son, Jesus Christ, as their Savior, because they did not accept his death alone and his finished works on the cross. They either did not believe or tried to save themselves. Either way, I do not want wrath for my people. My preference is for everyone to be called up in the pre-simulated rapture, so they do not have to endure the pre-wrath, the pre-show of the Great Tribulation in the beginning, or the real one in the very end. And that was the end of that message. And I do profess that Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. He came in the flesh, bled and died on the cross, and rose on the 3rd day. And I just hope that the Lord would bless you all and keep you and your families and give you his peace. God bless.